Are you from Africa and wondering how on earth you can afford to study in the US, especially if you didn't win a big scholarship, you don't have a rich uncle or a rich auntie to sponsor you? I get it, because I've been there. Today, I want you to know something that is very important. You don't need a full scholarship. You don't need a wealthy sponsor. You don't need to come from a wealthy family to make your US study dream a reality. In this video, I'll walk you through the real legal paths African students are using right now to fund their education, secure a visa, and start over from scratch. Stay with me till the end because I'll reveal the #1 mistake that costs students years of delay as well as frustration. Now guys, my name is Dennis Odeng and I'm stepping into a new season of clarity, of purpose and service. Over the past few months, I've been documenting my healing journey, realigning with God's purpose and connecting with powerful mentors and coaches as well as support communities. And I feel deeply called to help African professionals move legally, confidently and intentionally to study, to grow, to work in the US. So this channel is for you guys, and if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. And if you've been watching quietly, I would like to know. Please drop a comment, say, hey, I'm here, say hi, Dennis. Tell me whatever it is. I would just want to know that we are a family of faith-driven professionals and we are learning and growing together. Now let's talk about the biggest fear. How can I study in the US without a scholarship? Now you've seen other people posting their full scholarships on LinkedIn, on X, I almost said Twitter, and you start to wonder if it's possible for you. You know, what many people don't tell you though is that many students from all over the world come to the US today through flexible routes, combining partial funding, legal student loans, as well as employer education support programs. So let me show you what's working right now. Drop a comment if this is already shifting your perspective so we know that you are learning something. You see, many African students, many students from all over the world today don't know this, that some universities in the US accept students throughout the year, not just in August and January. You know, like how you've seen Harvard and Yale and these big Ivy League universities. And, you know, we think all universities are like that. The truth is today there are different universities that have flexible deadlines. Some of these universities include Arizona State Universities, which is one of the most international friendly schools offering rolling admissions as well as multiple scholarships pathways for you. Another one is Grand Valley State Universities, which offer international scholarships of about $6,200 per year automatically to those who have been accepted into their undergraduate program. Another university is the University of Iowa, with rolling deadlines as well as scholarships of up to $15,000 for international students with solid grades. Another university that I also know about is the University of Minnesota Duluth, which is also offering very good rates on scholarships for their undergrads with a GPA of 3.0 and above. In fact, I did a 12-minute video on top 15 universities that have flexible admissions and high acceptance rates that you can check today. Check the video right after this. Most of these schools will surprise you. Let me know which one surprises you the most. Drop that in the comment and I might actually do a full breakdown on how to apply out to that particular university, how to stand out, or even do a review of some of the admission essays if I see those in the comment. Which of these schools surprise you most? Drop the name in the comments and I want to just be able to see which one surprised you. If you want me to do a review of some of these schools, let me know as well. I'll do research review on those schools and take you through the application process so that you are fully ready to do this. Now, here is what many people do not know. You don't need to be a US citizen, you don't need to be a permanent resident or a green card holder to get a student loan in the US. In fact, if you're coming in as a student, you don't need a co-signer. A co-signer is usually someone who is living in the US who agrees to be legally responsible for repaying your loan if you don't. Guess what? Some lenders don't require one. And listen, if you have a cosigner, by all means, that's your social capital. Use it because it will give you access to very affordable student loans of between 3 to 4%, meaning that you pay very little in interest. Now, before we go ahead, here are two of the best options when you are seeking loans and funding to study in the US. The first one is Empower Financing for undergrad, especially in the final 2 years, as well as master students. They don't need you to have a social security number, no cosigners, and they have rates and student loans of up to 100,000 with very, very competitive rates. The next one is Prodigy Finance, which is mostly for graduate students in business, in policy, and STEM. They offer no collateral, meaning you don't have to have anything to get a loan from them. They don't need you to have a cosigner, and they also have a very fast pre-approval rate. Now, here's something even better. Sometimes you can start with a student loan, study for 1 year, and then get a job. And that job might come with tuition assistance or study grants. And how do I know? Because I'm a beneficiary of such a program. Where I work, they offer something called time off benefit, which you can use to sell back your time off and in turn use that to pay off for part of your student loan or pay up part of your student studies. Now, would you take a loan if it meant doubling your income in 2 years? Comment yes, or still thinking. I want to know where you are because I just want to know, because sometimes we think in terms of I want to get a job right now, but the much you can do when you consider that there are certain stepping stones is really huge. And this here, my friends, is an opportunity that can actually propel you to the right direction when you see it. And how do I know? Here is a strategy that I recommend to many African professionals and to professionals anywhere who is watching this. This is called the hybrid formula. The hybrid formula starts with targeting the right school. A right school isn't an Ivy League school, but rather a school with rolling admission and potential for scholarship. The second thing is crafting a powerful personal story. How do you write your essays? Your essays, your resumes, and your purpose really matters because that will point you in the right direction towards the scholarship that you get. The next is apply and secure partial scholarships. Now, rather than full scholarships, partial scholarships are easier to get, and I'm planning to do a research on some of them. I will drop one of those videos here very soon. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to know that, and then you will be among the first to receive it as well. The next thing is apply for the loan to make sure you have the full fees for at least 1 year. Again, use Empower Loans or Prodigy Finance, and that will give you access to the loan almost immediately. Once you have the loan, what are you waiting for? Start school, and as you start, get part-time or graduate assistant work. And you know what? Begin now to pay for that loan, even if it's just $50 a month, guys. This strategy keeps you studying, keeps you in legal status on an F1 visa in the US. As you do that, you may transition into a job with study support or employer-sponsored education, and before you know it, you have repaid off the loan and you have a degree that can propel you to future careers. That's definitely how you break through this. No waiting, no guesswork, just legal intentional steps, guys. Now, here's the biggest mistake that I see, and this is waiting too long for a full scholarship, thinking it's expensive. Many people wait for 1 year, for 2 years. You are reapplying, you are hoping, you are hesitating, and in that time, they could have already started. They could have graduated. They could have even landed a job. The truth is, you don't need to wait. You just need to act now. Act today. Use what's available to you now, and you'll build momentum to progress that you could never have done before. Now, friends, if this video helped you to see new possibilities and new opportunities, here's what I want you to do. Subscribe to this channel. I post new videos every week on Thursdays, and these are videos on US study visas, real work opportunities for African professionals. So subscribe to get some of those videos here. Number 2, Comment below what schools or what topics do you want me to break down next. I would be willing to do that. Do let me know in the comment section. And number 3, share this video with someone, your relative, WhatsApp group, or someone that you know might need this. I totally want to create content that provides real value to help and guide you through this process. You see, together we are not just crossing borders, but we are building bridges. Bridges of purpose, bridges of strategy and faith. See you in the next video, guys.